Time for another time attack. This time we're going to be racing on the Ascension event in the Winter Blast Challenge Series. Basically Independence Pass going uphill instead of downhill and no avalanche. I'm going to be driving the Lotus Evora and I'm going to try to give you some tips on how to get the best time possible in this event. So as you're coming in here, you want to stay in the left lane, get as much boost as possible, and make sure that you're avoiding all the other cars because if you hit them, you're losing tons of speed. So stick to the left lane. Coming up on the sharp left turn, you basically want to start braking early and accelerate right through the turn. Don't drift and don't take it like I just did. I was pretty sloppy in the corner. You can see I'm losing some speed. I have to use a long loss to get back out. If you can take those corners right, these hairpins that are in this race, you can really make up some time and make those passes. So coming out of the tunnel, there's a lot of traffic on the left. Well, not a lot, but enough that you need to be wary of them and try to avoid them. A lot of pretty easy turns here, so if possible, try to stay as much in the straight line as you can and maintain your speed. Anytime you have to move your car laterally or into a turn or anything, you're losing speed, so straight line is the best way to go. There are some ice patches on the road, but when you're driving in a straight line, it's nothing to worry about. It's just the ice patches in the corner that you really have to worry about. So as you keep coming through here, make sure, like I said, use that drafting, but don't bump into the other cars. Avoid them at all costs. You lose way too much speed. I just bumped it, so try not to do that. So coming into this hairpin corner right on the right, again, you want to brake early and accelerate through the turn and get as much speed as possible. And because you've been driving in the left lane so much, you've got a lot of boost. Use all your boost coming out of these hairpins because it'll give you that much needed room between you and your previous opponent. Hopefully you're in first by the time you guys hit this point just like I am. There's a few interesting turns and always make sure you're watching for traffic. So a few easy turns and you got to turn here on the left. I always take this wide and then cut in pretty tight. It minimizes my drift. I don't lose that much speed. But I always like to use a little bit of NOS to maintain it. This right isn't too bad, but there's a big ice patch on the right here. So you want to avoid that, otherwise you can end up going into the wall. This next turn is a hefty left. It's a hairpin left with an ice patch right on the left inside. So brake early, but stay wide on the turn. Avoid that ice patch. And then NOS and boost right out of this. Don't worry about these little ice patches. You're going straight. You're not going to really slip out. So get as much speed as possible. Next turn that's going to come up is a pretty medium left. And this one, I stay a little bit wide, and there's an ice patch on the inner left here, so avoid that too. Try not to drift, maintain your speed. This little uphill right, I boost through just to maintain a little bit of speed, make sure that I can keep my spot in front of the opponent. And this is always tricky. You want to be boosting here, but there's always a traffic car on the left here, and you have to avoid it right now. And if you do that, hopefully you'll be able to get a good platinum time and maybe even beat my time. I got 250.87, so let's see how you guys can do. Thanks for listening in.